Sorcerers! Josh here. We're finally here. The week of Arthurian Legends release, the second set for Sorcery Contested Realm. It's been a long time coming for some of us, especially those of us who have been with the game since Kickstarter. But before I kind of dive into the past couple of years and the controversies that have happened over that time, I want to talk about a quick reminder, specifically how to find curios. Since we've got a new set, new curios. So the thing that lets people identify curios quickly, especially when we don't know what they are, is that the curios have been located in the ordinary slot. Now, hopefully, Eric's Curiosa continues that trend, doesn't pull a fast one on us, and make it even more difficult to identify these things. So assuming that they're still in the ordinary slot, what do you need to be looking for? Look for any card that's an exceptional, an elite, or a unique in your ordinaries. So when you're taking the time to go through those ordinaries, like you all should, be looking for different rarities inside of that slot because you've got a curio on your hand. The next easy tell are symbols that are not in the game. For example, if you take a look at the Water Castle Curio or the Grim Tangle Curio, which is entangled terrain in the game, but it was called Grim Tangle back then. They had these symbols that are not in the game. It's a quick way to tell, I've got a curio. So be looking for those things and take the time to go through your ordinaries. Even for those of you who are going to open 100 boxes or whatever, because you don't want to put that stuff in your bulk. So, moving on from there. I want to talk about what we've been through the past couple of years. I've been fortunate enough to be at a couple of the bigger events. I'm looking forward to Sorcery Con here in November. And I've met many of you, and I've really enjoyed it. But boy, in that 2 years' time, there has been a lot of controversy. We started off with they decided to print with a Chinese printer, and that upset everyone. This game will not have collectability. Then there was the whole partnering with certain individuals and companies, and the argument of how that would limit access to products, and all those things. Some people were upset that there were special promos you could only access by ordering from this individual or that individual, and that type of thing. Although I think some people really liked that because many card games have really gotten away from this is an exclusive promo deal. That's not really something that a lot of card games do anymore. But then we moved on. And after we got through those controversies and got to the product in our hands with a delay, because there was a delay for beta, we all were hoping for it to come in, I believe it was October, came in November. And, then there were the issues of, there's not enough here or there's not enough there. America was fine, but when you went over to Europe, there were problems. When you went to South America, there were problems. There just wasn't enough product. And that's all a learning experience for the company. And I think that all of us can say, well, they're a little company. They have a small staff. They're learning many of these things. So that was okay. And we got through it. And there were calls that the game was dead. There were calls that the game was dead when every one of these things happened, that the game wouldn't make it, the game wouldn't survive. And I think that's funny. I remember at one point, I believe alpha boxes in the summer when they were released got to like $500 or $600. And someone remarked, no one will buy these boxes anymore. They're too expensive. I think that person ate their words. But in any case, it's just funny how over just such a short period, so many people thought Sorcery would fail, is failing. It's really bizarre to think about that when you really step back and look at it. Now, that's not to say that a lot isn't on the line with Arthurian Legends. There's some concerns, obviously new controversies. We're going up to 50-30. We want the game to be high variance. And a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people don't like that. I'm worried that some people left the game and didn't even take the time to wait for this set and give it a shot. But I hope, and I'm assuming if you're watching this, you did. You said, you know what? Let's just see. Let's see what's happening. So if you're still here, fantastic. If you had a friend that left and you give it, and you're the person that gave it a shot, make sure to tell them what you thought. You know, if you don't like it, fine. But I've got a feeling people are going to like 50/30. That we don't want this, that, you know, now don't get me wrong. If people want a rigid game, it's not going to be Sorcery. We know that. High variance game. That doesn't mean it's not really fun. It doesn't mean that it can't have a competitive environment. Although there are questions about how that competitive environment is being supported. Again, another controversy. We've had so many, and yet so many of us are still here because we love this game, because we love this product. And I think that's what keeps me here. There are so many of you that I've met, that I've talked to online, in person, and it makes me think, God, we love this game. And yeah, we get frustrated at Eric's Curiosa. Why are they doing this? And the thing is, we all think it's a different thing that we're mad about. But it doesn't change the fact that this is an excellent game. So, I hope you're here, still here. I hope you're sticking around. I hope you try to build this community. And I hope Eric's Curiosa knocks it out of the park with Arthurian Legends. Because I do understand the worries with that. I do understand what's on the line with Arthurian Legends. And I think all of us, because we're human, we're a little concerned. We're a little worried. If you've been in the collectible card game business, or even just played a lot of those games and been involved with them, you all know that a lot of them don't make it. Most of them don't make it. So this is scary. We're all scared because we all have that back in our memory. My God, if I had to think about all the games that I just saw die, I'd be terrified right now. But I'd just be like, you know what? Let's see what happens. If it goes away, it goes away, and we have to accept that. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully they knock it out of the park. Are there concerns? Yeah. Boy, they delivered those boxes real close. Real close. I'm hoping I don't have to talk about that again. I'm hoping that on Friday all the boxes are where they need to be, except for the announced delays. I'm hoping. But we got to wait for it to happen. Take the time to see, is this what they're saying? Did it happen the way they expected? Were there extenuating circumstances that prevented that from happening? Look at the whole picture and try to set your emotions and love for the game aside and analyze it. Okay, what did happen? And think about it that way. Other than that, that's really all I wanted to say. I am super excited to get Arthurian Legends in my hands, to open those boxes, to enjoy it like all of you. And just remember, this is Christmas for us. We're only going to get this once a year. So enjoy the experience. And if you're one of the doomsayers, really enjoy it, because this could be the last time. I don't think that's going to be the case. But if you're a doomsayer, maybe this is the case for you. So, all that being said, I can't wait. I hope all of you really enjoy it. I hope all of you get your product on time. Other than those of you who know we're delayed. And maybe even with the delays that were announced, maybe the product gets there a little early. But before we make any calls, make any judgments, let's just see what happens on October 4th. Then we can talk a little bit. And hopefully, the next set that comes, and the next year of that process of getting that set, hopefully it'll be a little more calm. I know I'd like that. I'm not a big fan of controversy. But maybe I am becoming a fan of high variance. It's kind of interesting. It does do something to the competitive side of the game that makes it more enjoyable. Maybe that's just me. In any case, enjoy it. Keep on contesting the realm with those new decks that are 50 and 30, and I'll talk to you later.